The Savannah River Site is a key U.S. Department of Energy industrial complex, responsible for maintaining our nation's nuclear deterrent, environmental stewardship and cleanup, waste management, and disposition of nuclear materials. For 75 years, SRS has been dedicated to maintaining the highest possible safety and security standards. Beginning in the 1950s, SRS produced materials used in nuclear weapons, primarily tritium and plutonium-239. After refinement, the nuclear materials were shipped to other DOE sites for final application. With the end of the Cold War, SRS's missions changed. Today, 13,400 employees at the 310 square mile facility work to build on decades of nuclear knowledge. The United States and our allies face an increasingly complex and pivotal international security environment. The National Nuclear Security Administration, or NNSA, plays a key role in working towards a world with fewer nuclear risks. To address this dynamic global nuclear landscape, NNSA is being asked to do more than at any time in its history. This includes all NNSA mission areas: the nuclear deterrent, nuclear non-proliferation and counterterrorism, and naval reactors. As part of the nuclear security enterprise, the Savannah River Tritium Enterprise shares in the NNSA core mission of maintaining a safe, secure, and reliable nuclear stockpile. SRTE prepares the nation's only tritium supply for our national defense, then ships loaded containers called reservoirs to the Department of Defense, where they are installed in weapons. SRTE personnel have a long history of outstanding performance in safe, secure, disciplined, and compliant operations, consistently delivering high-quality products on schedule. The Savannah River Plutonium Processing Facility, or SRPPF, along with the Los Alamos Pit Production Project in New Mexico, will produce the nation's only plutonium pits for NSE, a critical component of every nuclear weapon. NNSA is also establishing Savannah River Pit Production Operations to develop and train the workforce prior to SRPPF's startup. Once up and running, it's expected that the SRPPF will require approximately 2,000 employees to support this enduring mission of vital national importance. K Area safely stores, inventories, secures, and processes excess plutonium and other nuclear materials. Plutonium dilute and dispose, or downblend operations at K Area, guarantee the material is unusable for weapons before it's transported for final disposal at DOE's Waste Isolation Pilot Plant in New Mexico. Savannah River Site's L Area serves critical non-proliferation needs by securely storing spent nuclear fuel received from foreign and domestic research reactors under 3.4 million gallons of water before being moved to H Canyon for processing. H Canyon, the nation's only operating production-scale nuclear chemical separations facility, is working to de-inventory L Basin. The facility dissolves spent nuclear fuel, then sends it to the SWPF and DWPF liquid waste program, where it will be solidified into an inert form for long-term storage and eventual final disposition. SRS is emptying, cleaning, and closing 43 underground tanks holding 33 million gallons of radioactive liquid waste. The waste is the byproduct from production of Cold War-era nuclear materials in support of weapons, the National Aeronautics and Space Administration Program, and scientific experimentation. Reducing the risk of this tank waste is critical to the safety of our communities and the environment. The waste is safely dispositioned and immobilized at SWPF and DWPF. The tanks are then operationally closed after being filled with a specially formulated grout. The highly radioactive waste stream is vitrified or encapsulated in glass at the Defense Waste Processing Facility before being poured into stainless steel canisters. DWPF is reducing the risks associated with the continued storage of the waste at SRS while preparing it for final disposal in a federal repository. 90% of the liquid waste will be treated at the Salt Waste Processing Facility. SWPF separates the highly radioactive sludge waste from the less radioactive salt waste. After further treatment, the decontaminated salt waste is safely and permanently disposed of in a concrete-like form inside massive salt stone disposal units at SRS. SRS also processes solid waste, including sanitary, hazardous, low-level radioactive and transuranic wastes for removal or safe disposal. We also make the world safer by researching and developing innovative environmental protection and remediation solutions to help resolve challenges across the DOE complex and around the world. And SRS has reduced its industrial footprint by 85% using an approach that addresses diverse cleanup needs and long-term monitoring. SRS is also home to the Savannah River National Laboratory, a multi-program, federally funded research and development center that puts science to work to protect our environment, serve our national defense, secure our clean energy future, and reduce emerging nuclear threats. The University of Georgia Savannah River Ecology Laboratory conducts independent research to assess the environmental impact of operations on the ecology at SRS. The lab's research also extends beyond the site to regional and global projects. The United States Department of Agriculture Forest Service, Savannah River, manages over 170,000 acres for DOE at SRS. Sustainable timber harvests provide a source of revenue for the U.S. Treasury, while regenerating healthy forests and habitat for animal and plant species. These unmatched capabilities, missions, and assets are just part of the story at SRS. It's ultimately a workforce committed to carrying on over 70 years of nuclear knowledge and a legacy of safe operations that really makes the world safer. And safety and security begin with me is more than just a slogan. It's a personal mindset that extends into the community, our nation, and the world. The Savannah River Site. We make the world safer.